Now that the dust has settled from the Axial Capra UTB18 release and people just realize it's a fun, capable rig, I think it's time to add some option parts to ours, and luckily Axial has a bunch of them. And here's all the parts that they released: some brass, gears, and links. In this video we'll take a closer look at the parts and install them on this fresh UTB18. Axial dropped 7 different option parts for the rig, and I've separated them out here and selected the 4 that I would install right away if you're looking to modify your UTB18. The first is the overdrive gear set, which will help the rig pull itself up and over rocks and obstacles. And then we have brass weights, and they have 2 different setups here. We've got the wheel hexes and then the end caps for the portals, and then finally the links for the steering. The stock links are rather flexible, so I'd definitely go ahead and swap those out. So what we're going to do now is I'm just going to go throw these on really quickly so you can see how they go in, and give you any tips along the way that you need to know about installing these parts. Swapping out the parts is actually pretty easy and only requires basic hobby tools. First step is to remove the wheels, remove the 4 screws that hold the portal cover on, and slide out the gears. Next, I slip the overdrive gears into place, and then pulled this bearing out of the stock portal cover to put it in the brass cover. And reassemble the parts. And now that it's done, we've added a considerable amount of weight to our rig down low, which is where you need it. And I gotta say, brass looks really good on a crawler. Next up, we're gonna install the steering links to get rid of these flimsy stock links. This is an easy swap too. That link swap was super easy, and look how strong these steering links are now. So I've actually still got my stock Capra UTB18, and I figured, you know what, now is a great stopping point so we could go and see how these mods affect the rigs. This thing actually does crawl really well right out of the box. Hook it around. This is where a little weight would come in handy. Looking good so far, and here's that point where we needed the weight. Yeah, kept the front end down. So I actually did a little more crawling in the workshop, and I'm really impressed with these mods. I think they're worthwhile. Now I'm gonna move on to the link sets, and these are actually really nice because they're a little bit thicker than the stock lower link here, and they replace the plastic upper link, which is a little bit flexible. And then I'm gonna throw this link riser on there too. Installing these parts is really easy. No modifications are required. You just have to remove the tires to gain access to some of the screws, and the 4 screws that hold on the cage work to the lower skid plate. And once those are gone, you just go and remove the screws that hold each of the links in one at a time, and then replace a rod one at a time. Basically, you just want to look out for the lower rods because the rod ends have a little bend to them, so make sure you put them in correctly. And then the link riser just bolts right into place. This link riser is going to help settle the rear of the rig in as you go up inclines. Let's head out now and have a little bit more fun with these new mods. The UTB18 continues to impress me. I'll have links in the video description below for everything that we used today. Keep your eye open, I have some more stuff planned for it.